If you are still paying a lawyer $500 just to review a simple freelancer agreement, you are stuck in 2025 and quietly losing roughly $6,000 a year in fees you don't need to pay. Right now, in June 2026, I use a Claude prompt stack that drafts, reviews, and redlines my legal docs in under 4 minutes. It is not just a chat, it is a 4-step automated system that already knows your business. The way we interact with AI has fundamentally shifted this month. As of June 8, 2026, industry leaders are endorsing a new paradigm that might actually kill traditional prompt engineering as we know it. The 2025 approach of asking and hoping is obsolete. We are moving toward agentic systems that operate as co-intelligence. For remote workers, this means you don't just ask Claude to write a contract, you build a stack. Goldman Sachs' 2025 generative AI productivity research projects that knowledge workers who adopt structured AI workflows could see output gains that compound quarter over quarter, with remote freelancers positioned to capture a disproportionate share of those gains relative to office-bound peers. By 2027, the idea of manually drafting a standard legal document will be as rare as handwriting a spreadsheet. To get high-quality legal output, you need to use Claude's massive context window. Right now, Claude can process up to 200,000 tokens. First, gather your last 5 successful contracts and your brand guidelines. Instead of a blank slate, we use a technique called RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation. You are feeding Claude the DNA of your business. This approach of grounding the AI in real-world data is what agentic app builders call the knowledge-first architecture. And it is the reason AI-native teams produce drafts that actually look like they came from your desk, not a chatbot. The magic happens in the stack. Step 1. Use a system prompt to define Claude as a senior paralegal with 15 years of experience in remote work law. Step 2. Provide the task, which is drafting the specific document based on your uploaded context. Step 3. Add the constraint. Tell it to highlight any clauses that deviate from your standard brand voice. This structured approach is what separates the casual users from the AI-native teams. You are effectively using Claude as a coworker and coach, which a 2023 MIT study on AI-assisted knowledge workers found can boost performance by 14% on complex tasks. Never trust an AI draft blindly, especially with legal docs in 2026. You need to run what VentureBeat calls the Audit matrix. This is a second prompt that specifically looks for blind spots in the first draft. Use this prompt exactly. Act as a skeptical opposing counsel. Find 3 ways this contract could be exploited by the other party. This adversarial prompting is now standard for remote teams to ensure security and reliability. It ensures you aren't just creating AI slop, but a robust legal instrument. This step usually takes 1 minute but can save you thousands in future disputes. If this workflow is saving you time, hit like. It helps more remote workers find this. The last piece of the architecture is the one most people skip, and it is the most important. A real incident in early June 2026 reminded the entire industry that agentic systems, even well-designed ones, need human gates. An automated pipeline was compromised because no approval step existed before the AI pushed finalized output directly to a client. And the story spread fast through every remote work and AI freelancer community online. Never let an agentic system sign a document or push it live without a final human check. Build that approval step as the final node in your Make.com workflow, not as a safety afterthought, but as architecture. In 2026, the most productive remote workers are not those who remove humans from the loop. They are the ones who position themselves as the final decision layer. With your 4-step stack built, we move out of the chat window and into Make.com to compress the whole thing to 4 minutes. 1. Trigger the workflow when you label a lead in your CRM. 2. Pass the lead data and your contract template to the Claude API. 3. Have it email the drafted PDF back to you for approval at your human gate. This removes the shallow work of copying and pasting from your day entirely. According to Upwork's 2024 Future Workforce Report, remote workers who integrate automation into their core service delivery are significantly more likely to raise their rates year over year, and to retain long-term clients who see them as indispensable partners rather than replaceable vendors. By removing the friction of manual drafting, you can focus on the deep work that actually moves the needle for your business. You just learned the June 2026 blueprint for legal automation. Turning a $500 task into a 4-minute workflow is how you win back your time. Next week, I am breaking down the Perplexity search agents I use to automate my entire competitor research. Subscribe so you don't miss the next stack, and I will see you in the next one.